There is something so immensely powerful about being intentional. Huge. We could talk about it for forever. But these 6 things are life-changing. If you are a homemaker who is going to be intentional, if you're going to be that intentional homemaker, well, you're most certainly going to do these things every day. Hey there, friends. I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Home, and welcome to today's video. I love sharing about the topics of being just a Christian woman, a wife, a mom, a homemaker with you all, and just living for the Lord's glory. It is our heart's desire here to be a channel that really does just encourage and equip Christian women, Christian families all around the world to invest in eternity and live heavenly minded each and every day. Now, we've got our big goal in this next year to reach 100,000 sisters in Christ that are saying, yes, I want to be encouraged. I want to be equipped. Let's dig in and be a community here to truly lift one another up, to grow, right? A little more biblically literate and spiritually mature each and every day. And above all, to be making that investment in the eternal. And so if you would like to join us here with all the amazing things that we're going to be working on and sharing with you all, be sure to subscribe and turn on those little bell notifications. That way you get them all as they come out. And today I want to dig into this being an intentional homemaker, right? Intentional. Because I love when we look scripturally, right? We're either intentionally, purposefully serving the Lord and walking in His will, or we're kind of just over here doing whatever it is we're doing and going with the flow. I don't want to do that. I want to be over here intentionally walking with the Lord. And so I want to share, kind of thinking about this. There were 6 things that really stood out to me that I'm like, as a homemaker, serving the Lord through my home, through my marriage, through my family, right? What are some of these things that I do every day? They make such a difference. That's what I want to share with you guys here today. And I just want to give a real quick shout out to our sponsor here today. TEMU partnered up with us. You guys have all heard of them, I'm sure. And I know for us in one of these like intentional homemaker things, I'm constantly troubleshooting issues and problems that we have in our house, right? Like there's us, we got 4 kids, we got a farm, there's always something that's going on. And lately we have had some problem areas of the house that really needed to be attacked and taken care of. Solutions needed to be found. One thing with being an intentional homemaker is realizing the things in our life that maybe need a little bit of a homemaker assistance and attention given to. And for me, one of those here was in the bathrooms. I don't know what it is, but I try to set up the best systems for our household, for our family, to help me with, again, creating those routines and keeping things put together and maintaining our home in a way that is organized and makes sense and is easy for even the youngest of our household to be able to do. And one area that we were totally failing in would be here in the bathrooms. So partnering with TEMU, I really appreciated this because I was able to get on and find some things for practical solutions. And so for instance, I found these beautiful boxes here to put underneath our sinks to be able to just actually keep stuff a little gathered, a little put together, and you know, they're pretty. They got a little glam going on them. And so having something like that, I've seen ads for things like this before. These boxes are super awesome. You just snap them right up into place. You can stack them. You can have them individually. You can kind of set them up in different ways. And so put our stuff in there to help organize our stuff and keep it all together. So that way my stuff's in one, the hubby's in one, the kids have some, everybody's stuff is nice and organized and put together. To complete this space, I picked up another couple fun things like this adorable little Q-tip holder. Again, just finding those little simple ways to make a space a little more lovely, a little more functional for our family. I love being able to fill this up and have that there. I was getting so sick and tired of always finding my kids' toothbrushes everywhere and getting toothpaste all over the sink in different places. Have you ever had that where you feel like they're wasting more toothpaste than they're actually using? I'm trying out this little gadget here that I am quite excited about. They can hang their toothbrushes right up in here. It sanitizes it, and then you just add your tube of toothpaste to the top here. It screws right in, and then it will auto dispense their toothpaste for them. You can easily pop it off of the wall. It's got a little charger on the side. You plug it in just like you would your cell phone and charge it accordingly. And so being able to have this in there, again, one of those just like simple solutions that was so practical Toothbrushes up. I know where they are. They get sanitized. Toothpaste attached. I know they're dispensing just the amount they need and it's not getting all over the bathroom. Absolute score for me. I'm so excited for this. I also went ahead and picked up one of these rechargeable LED lights. It has the motion sensor on it. It has the adhesive and everything onto it. So I'm just going to adhere this to the cabinet in the bathrooms. And then of course, again, super easy. You charge it just like you would a cell phone. It makes it really, really simple. I picked all of these things up for a great deal. I will link them all down below in the description. So that way, if any of these can be a help to you in your household, go ahead, go knock yourself out, because I am feeling like the space is so much more put together. It feels lovely. It feels like what we need to actually work, and it feels like I'm doing my job to be here for my kids, to be here for my husband, and to set our space up to truly be what it is that we need in this season. So thank you for TEMU for putting this stuff together for us. Again, you guys, check out those links down in the description. I've got a special link there for you to download the app. You're gonna get a special deal. You're gonna get the special savings down using my link. So y'all gonna enjoy that. I've got a put together bathroom now, which is making my life feel so much better. Definitely feeling much more intentional as I come in here and get ready every day and go about my business, because I've got my stuff together, and that is a fantastic feeling to have. So the first thing in all of this that stands out, if you want to be an intentional homemaker, you need to have routines, right? If we're going to be intentional with our lives, intentional with our service to the Lord, intentional with each and every day that He gives us, we're gonna need some routines. Now, I've shared with you guys, I have my simplified approach to the Fly Lady system. It is what I have used like my whole life, and I became a wife and a mom at 17 years old, so I've been using it for a hot minute here. To have some routines, to put the things in some sort of order. And I'll be honest and say, I have been in seasons where we get really, really lax. And then we have been in seasons where we've been a little too structured. And so there's this happy medium to it. But these routines to get our home back to ready, to set the tone, to take care of the things that we need to do. Routines are so huge. And if you guys want to see what our routines look like, I will link them down below with some playlists of different ones that we've done. I feel like an evening routine is key. It like sets you up for the next day. And we are like, ooh, my evening routine, yes. Like it makes such a difference. The kids get involved. I have my parts that I do. My husband has his parts that he do. But having that evening routine to kind of set the stage for your next day. Having a morning routine, having an afternoon routine, like setting up these routines are so important. And again, if you want to check out my Fly Lady system, you get Canva template printables and things like that to put your routines together and do all of that. I mean, I will go through periods where I literally write my routines out and I live by them. And then once I kind of get them down, I'm like, okay, I've got this. I'm good here. And I can go back and reevaluate as I need. But these routines are going to make such a difference when you want to be an intentional homemaker. The second thing that intentional homemakers do each and every day would be they get themselves ready for the day. So yeah, that kind of goes in part with my whole Fly Lady thing I was talking about a minute ago, but there is something so powerful about getting up every morning and getting ready for your day. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. Again, if you guys go and watch some of my morning routines, you will see that I am up and ready in like just a few minutes time. Like, I don't even think I take 10 minutes every morning to get like bed made, room set back to ready, bathroom set back to ready, a little bit of makeup on, I'm dressed, I'm, run my fingers through my hair, I'm good to go. It doesn't take very long. It doesn't have to be this like super crazy process, but to get yourself up and ready every morning, to feel put together, there is something just so powerful about that mental shift when you feel ready. You feel prepared, right? If something happens and you have to, run out of the house and go take care of something, somebody unexpectedly shows up, you're not shuffling around in your PJs and, trying to put it all together and then rushing to do it, later and you don't have all of that, it's just those little mental loads that add up. Be intentional about getting yourself up and ready for your day. Being a homemaker is an amazing gift. It is an amazing responsibility and an honor to get to be. And I know that's not how our society treats it anymore, but look at our society. It has no idea what it's doing. So we're not going to focus on that. Being a homemaker is amazing. So how about we start treating it like that? How about we come prepared and ready to serve our families and serve the Lord through our homemaking? Well, a step of intentionality there is to be ready for it. Quite literally, physically, be ready. You're going to see that mental improvement. You're going to start to feel better. It's going to become part of your thing. And I don't know, there's something so lovely. I know for me, I get dressed and ready every morning, come out, I put on a little spray of perfume, and I'm like, I can tackle anything today. I'm unstoppable, right? I can take it all in. Lord, what do you have for me today? Let's go do this thing. There is something, I'm telling you, there's something about getting yourselves ready for the day, each and every day, to help you get going. Now, I know this next one, I don't know, right? You guys have to let me know in the comments. Like, are you agreeing with these points? Which ones would you add? Which ones would you not? Like, intentional homemakers, let's hear it. I think that intentional homemakers sit down for meals. Now, I'm not saying that every meal is like this, 3-course laid out thing, but it's the point of sitting to savor. Yes, the food or your coffee in the morning or whatever it is. But the family, the conversation, that anchor point of whoever it is you have around your table, that you're there, you're present. Because our presence is the greatest present, right, that we can give. And so intentional homemakers make it a priority to sit down for meals, to have conversation. I know for us in the morning, we a carnivore way of eating. My husband and I really do like one meal a day. And so we still sit in the morning and I have coffee and chat with the kids, and we'll do Bible around the table. We've been doing here for the past couple months where I told my husband, I was like, you know what? I want lovely dinners. We do like a lunch dinner each day. But I was like, I want lovely meals. Like, I don't want to wait for a special occasion to like pull out my thrift store china and like, set the table and light a candle and like sit down and just have a lovely meal. I want to do that all the time. And so we've been enjoying that so much. We normally sit down together to eat. But then even going a step further and just making it a little pretty, setting some music, lighting a candle, gathering around the table, playing a game, talking, having great conversation, whatever it might be. Bringing back that intentionality of like, let's make this anchor point the dining room table. Let's sit down and gather. Your shift to be intentionally present there for your husband, for your children, grandchildren, whoever it is that's gathering there with you, that can have an eternal impact. And so you bet your booty, I want to be sitting there in that chair, available for my people, intentionally present. And yes, it makes the meal a little more enjoyable as well, but I'm after the hearts. Intentional homemakers appreciate the little things. We've been doing a contentment study and it's been so amazing. I'm telling you, y'all can still come sign up for it. You can get it down below. It's over in our membership group, and we've been talking about heavenly minded contentment. And it has been such an amazing study, but looking at God's will for our life. He literally desires us to be thankful in all circumstances, to see the just ever-ending joy of having that attitude of gratitude, of seeing the blessings in the smallest, the most ordinary, even mundane things, because it points to God's sovereignty. It reminds us of what a blessing our salvation, this free gift that's been given to us, of the fact that we get eternity, right? Like it's so huge. There's so much into this, and to appreciate the little things in life, a beautiful day, a laughter of a child, even a mess that means that fun was had there, an opportunity to go and bless someone else. These little things are so important. And when we focus on even the tiniest of things, that joy and gratitude and just beauty is going to grow and grow and grow in us. The next point, a little more practical here, would be that intentional homemakers maintain their homes. I know it's kind of a silly thing to say, but it really does go hand in hand. if we are homemakers, we have taken on this amazing, just God-honoring role to serve him, with this being ground base, right? Like, here's where we're going out of and serving the Lord and just giving this amazing gift of home. And if you've never really dug into how important it is to be a homemaker, you got to come over and do our free biblical womanhood study that we just did this past summer. I'll link it down below, because I love the topic when we get into how important it is to be a homemaker. Whether you are, home full-time, you're home part-time, you're out of the home full-time, but you still are a homemaker, right? It's such an important topic. Maintaining your home is huge. Home is our refuge in this crazy world, with everything that we're going to face, our kids are going to face, our husband's going to face, anyone who comes into our home that they're currently facing. Our home should be that place of peace, of comfort, of love and warmth. And so when we see our home as this amazing, just, home dedicated to the Lord, to serve others and lift them up, to disciple, to comfort, to rejoice, we maintain our homes. We set the tone of our home. We create a space that is lovely, and not because we've got all the money in the world and everything's perfect. I mean, that's not what I have. Maybe it's what you have. It's not what I have. But my home is lovely because it's simple, it's intentional, and it supports those who come into it. And so setting that priority of maintaining your home is important. And it's something that you're going to be intentional about every single day, because you're an intentional homemaker, or you desire to be, and that's why you're here watching this. Again, I'll leave those resources down there that we talked about already, and I only have them because for me, this was a big deal. I feel strengthened as a homemaker. My family feels strengthened in my job of what I'm pouring into them, and setting the tone here with the physical space that we're operating out of makes a big, 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 big difference. And we notice it every time it gets out of whack, right? Every time it gets off the kilter, we're like, whew, something's missing. Hey, let's get this back in order. Whew, we're feeling a lot better. Again, those routines, me being up and all right, all those pieces fall into it. But maintaining your home is definitely one of those key elements to being an intentional homemaker. And last but certainly not least, I would say that intentional homemakers reevaluate and adjust regularly. It's one thing in one season to have everything hitting just right. But when you're an intentional homemaker, you are constantly reevaluating. You are constantly adjusting. And you don't see that as a negative of, oh, what's happened that I have to do this again. That's life. It ebbs and flows. We change, we grow. The Lord puts new things on our plates. He removes things. Seasons are different. They're always going to be different. We can't stop that. We'd be silly to try, right? Are you going to stop spring from springing? You going to stop summer from showing up? Like, you going to make fall disappear? Like, that's not how it works. Winter comes and goes. And so when we understand that as the seasons keep changing, life keeps changing, and so we are happy to reevaluate, to adjust, to say, hey, that was working then, it's not working now. Hey, I was getting away with it like this, and it's not happening no more. What a blessing it is for that to be our job, our role that we can provide to our families, to take that on and say, let's reevaluate, let's adjust. Maybe I'm not so good in this area, but Lord, help me work on this so that way I can reevaluate and adjust. If we're going to be intentional here with our role, that is an amazing, just humbling, God honoring, amazing, amazing, amazing role to be in. We got to be ready to reevaluate. We got to be ready to adjust. And just keep moving forward one step at a time, setting that tone of our homes for our families. So friends, I truly do pray that this can be a blessing to you to go through these different points and go, man, like, I want to be an intentional homemaker. I want to be serving the Lord. Like, I want to feel like life is awesome. And we're doing good. And even through the hard times and the difficult times, I have that attitude of gratitude because I'm investing in the eternal. I'm making the most of every day because I see the gift that it is. The present that I give to those around me is my presence. And I'm quick to dive in and look at things and reevaluate and come up with solutions that can serve those around me. And thank you to you for being here. And for all of you who are joining us here for this goal to reach 100,000 sisters in Christ as we all band together and go, yes, heavenly minded, making the most out of every day, living life to the fullest as we look with excited anticipation for the Lord's return. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to like this video, to let it go out to more and more sisters around the world, to subscribe and turn on your bell notifications so that way you don't miss a thing. Otherwise, I will see you all right back here tomorrow. Bye, friends. Thank you.